1 to Virginia Tech. And if we're here, you know it's time for Enter Sandman. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Jennings. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hokies offense will have the opening possession of the game. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He breaks a tackle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give on the option. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires complete on the crosser. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So Alabama's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They're going to run it to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Owen. Makes the grab, it's Lester. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. Working on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking to throw. Makes the grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They're setting up the screen. There he goes. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been. And the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Looking downfield, it's Owen. And this is going to be incomplete on third. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off-play action on first down. Finds the tight end. Brings it to the open. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch it. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Working that left side now. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to throw, it's Owen. He tries to take the top off. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
He's got it inside the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Gonna look downfield again. It's complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert this off.
And they will score. Touchdown tie. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Yeah, big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to throw, it's Owen. Oh, they're after him. A strike downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Slams it ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Receivers right now aren't getting open. We got to do a better job offensively of trying to create opportunities for them. So use motion, get some stack releases.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense got it. They're on the run. He's at the 50. Past the 30. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble, big play.
Turning it on. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Dropping back, it's Owen. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Goes to the option. Quick toss. Past the first down marker and still running. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Creates a little space. Powers through the defender. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Hokies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Touch pass on the run. Can't get him to the ground. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Fires to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They want to get this defense on its heels. Back to pass, it's Owen. Catch in the middle, it's Morton. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. From the gun. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And you try to catch them off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute the red zone.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal, looking for the end zone.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something forward.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Blacksburg.
The Hokies will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Slater. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He'll try to do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
You see it so much in college football where they motion a running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the beatdown has ensued. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man down the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Hokies are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. 6th play of the drive coming up. Wants to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Looking to get it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Hokies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Got it in the middle with Sanchez. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Back to pass, it's Owen. Buys a little extra time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Touchdown, Bama! And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Throws to the tight end. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Firing to the right, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the 1st down, and stay on the field.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Owen. Good timing on the quick out. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Touchdown Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll run it. It's Harbor. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got a little space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target over the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions.
There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look